ready to downstate right.
Allie, why can't we show the Daily Mail article? I want to see the article.
Oh, we can. John, I know you sent the headline clear.
Yeah, it's cleared.
Oh, great.
Graphics, Chris.
Hey, Chris, it's me again.
So item 58.
The Daily Mail news story.
Let's put the actual article headline in there.
Copy that. We're going to revise the Daily Mail headline.
We basically need to do a headline and just do the actual article.
Great, thanks.
What's in the binder? Correct one?
Yes, it should be. Here we go, kids.
Go get him.
And now here's Robin McGraw.
Leading to 42.
First video, 42.
All done.
Astra sorted out the graphics.
They tweaked 3 of the graphics.
Having another Daily Mail article. 20, and 45.
Get ready for Dr. Phil.
Hey, Sean. What's up? Carla had an urgent change to the graphic 58.
58?
It's a Daily Mail headline.
58 right there.
That's perfect.
Sweet.
Thank you.
We're ready to go.
Ready, 45.
8.
7, 6, 5,
4.
3, 2, 1.
45, take charge. Let's hit it.
Today on an all-new Dr. Phil.
My mom has completely lost her mind.
They claim their mother is being scammed by her online lover.
I got somebody who treats me like a princess.
But there's a bigger catch.
This is the first time we've done this where the guy was conning the husband and the wife.
Is this couple being catfished?
He thinks this guy is real. They're going to run away, and he's going to get $500,000 in a truck.
I guess everything's for sale. Today's going to be a changing day in your life. You've never had anybody working harder to bring you to the threshold of change than right now. Well, Renee and her husband of 35 years, Harold, say they moved to the country to live the easy life after their retirement. Now, while relaxing and surfing through the internet, Renee says she happened to meet a man 3 years ago named Thomas Nunez Hughs, and she fell in love. At age 59, Thomas is 12 years younger than Renee, handsome, and a millionaire. Behave yourselves. There's just one problem. Well, 2 actually. She's still married to Harold, and she's never really met Thomas because he's stuck in South Africa. Now, Renee's children, Marcy and Todd, have told their mother they think Thomas Nunez Hughs, or Tom, is definitely a catfish. They say if she doesn't cut him loose, they will cut her off. Take a look.
I feel that my mom has completely lost her mind. 3 years ago, my mom met her online boyfriend, Tom, who she calls her prince.
This gentleman by the name of Tom has taken over her life. He has promised to come here, marry her, give her the wedding of her dreams.
Tom has promised my mom that he will sweep her off her feet. They're going to vacation and travel the world together.
I love him. He's so dignified.
I feel like this whole story is a bunch of baloney. It's extremely comical.
This is a complete joke. In my mom's opinion, it's the real deal.
Tom, I was told, is worth multiple millions of dollars. And every time this gentleman, Tom, is supposed to come back from Africa, something happens. There's always an excuse.
Twice he's had malaria and ended up in the hospital. Once he was on his way to the boat, but the car broke down. He got involved with some doctor there who he claims took his documents so he can't leave the country.
It's always about money, how much she can send to him.
I really don't know how much money my mom has sent Tom. I would say it would be about $200,000.
I know that she's completely broke because of it.
For 3 years now, my mom has been scammed.
She just doesn't get it.
I've even gone as far as to send her the Dr. Phil show as to others that have been scammed the same way.
We tried to talk to her on several occasions. It ends up in an argument. About 2 years ago, my mother approached me that she needed some money for some bills. I asked her how much she needed, and she said about $2,000. I then found out the money was sent to this boyfriend. My mother had a very heated argument about the $2,000 and called me greedy, selfish, and that we are dead to her.
I'm getting married next month, and I am not inviting my mom to the wedding. My mom told me flat out, I'm not your mother anymore. I hope Dr. Phil can bring her back to reality because she's living in La La Land. And I'm not talking about Los Angeles.
Well, Todd, isn't it interesting that you can give somebody $2,000 and still wound up getting in trouble for it?
Well, once I found out from my sister what it was for, I demanded it back, and then I was called greedy.
I'll bet. Yeah. Now, you're getting married soon, but you and your mother are now completely estranged over this because you don't agree with her belief system.
I don't agree with any of what she's doing.
Your mother is married.
Yes.
To Harold.
For 35 years.
He knows that she's involved with this internet lover.
Yes. Harold was totally not for this and wanted to leave. And I told him, please leave my mom, please. He refused. But then all of a sudden now he thinks this guy is real. And I think that's because my mom, who's very open about this relationship with her husband, has told him that Tom is going to buy you a new truck, any kind you want, and give you $500,000. So now Harold's all in it because they're gonna run away, and he's gonna get $500,000 in a truck.
I guess everything's for sale. So that is odd. I think this is the first time we've done this kind of story where the guy was conning the husband and the wife.
Pretty much.
And here's what he's promised to Renee, that he's going to return home, that he's going to attend your wedding with her. At $2 million, he's going to bring $2 million to the table. A motorhome, Mercedes-Benz. He's going to marry her after she divorces Harold, and he pays Harold off. He's going to pay off her credit card debt. He's going to put her name on his assets. Is your mother kind of a gold digger?
No.
Because, I mean, everything about him seems to be what he's going to give her. Or has he turned her head with money?
I think it has to do with how he charms her. He makes her feel sexy and beautiful and charming. He's her prince. I really think it's a stem of a lot of different things. It's the money, too, but I also believe it has to do with the words he feeds her. Okay,
his date of birth is 9/15/60. He was born in Knoxville, so this is American.
Right.
Born in Knoxville, grew up in the UK. He's 59. He has a home in Fremont, California.
Correct.
So Northern California here. Has a condo in Knoxville. He's currently stuck in South Africa. He stayed at Springfield Hospital in Grahamstown, South Africa. His business is an exporter of cars. He has a daughter.
She was 14 for 2 years.
They call her Cheesy?
I don't know her name,
Okay,
actually.
well, time goes slow, I guess, when your name's Cheesy. And she attends school in Knoxville, so she's here in the United States. His father is a Tennessee farmer, is expecting $15 million in inheritance. He has an attorney who ordered 2 pizzas for Renee.
I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah, that's a little, but see, that's a little nugget that makes it seem kind of real that there was somebody that actually did something that he asked be done. And Renee sent $30,000, but you estimate it to be closer to $200,000.
Well, she has cleaned out all of her savings.
Her 401k.
Her 401k has been cleaned out. All that money's gone.
Well, they met on Facebook. They're talking via phone, text, and these apps 5 times a day. And her attitude is, why would he be talking to me that much if he's not for real? Well, break it down per hour, it's a pretty good hourly rate. Renee says that her children do not have any idea about her relationship with Thomas because they live in another state and they rarely talk to her. Well, we're going to meet her next. And later, we'll also meet Renee's husband of 35 years, Harold, and hear what he thinks about his wife's online relationships. We'll be right back.
Music, 4-1 is all. Ready, 43. Roll 43.
When I think of Tom, I get very romantic. Tom is quite wealthy. We are talking millions and millions of dollars. Unfortunately, at the moment, Tom is stuck in South Africa.
And later, he told you to watch out for me because I'm a scammer. What did you think when he told you that you needed to keep an eye on me for scamming you?
I say he's crazy. This is Dr. Phil.
Ready, effects, 41, 3, 2, 1, effects.
Since my mom has met this guy, Tom, on the internet, she is completely not the same person.
My mother was always a hardworking individual, always relatively smart. She would always educate me on scams. She used to always tell me if it's too good to be true, it probably is.
My mom lives in this dream bubble, and it's just her and Tom.
The person that raised me, that I knew and who I loved, is dead.
This is something that you would see on the Dr. Phil show.
She had sent him over $200,000.
He's my man. It's my life.
He doesn't exist.
Go to hell.
And look, here we are.
Well, Marcy says she disinvited her mother, Renee, to her wedding because her mother is completely absorbed in her relationship with the Catfish. Her brother, Todd, Marcy's brother, Todd, says that he has not spoken to his mother in 2 years because she only wanted money from him to give her online lover. Now, here's what Renee has to say about all this.
Since meeting Tom, I feel like I have a life again. I feel like I got somebody who treats me like a princess, and he makes me feel important. I haven't felt this way in a long time. When I think of Tom, I get very romantic. Well, actually, he calls me his princess. It started out being Mrs. Lancelot. I gave him the name of Sir Lancelot. Tom is quite wealthy. We are talking millions and millions of dollars. Tom says he wants to spend money on me. He wants to buy me clothes. He wants to buy me diamonds. He wants me to look elegant. It doesn't make a difference whether he has money or doesn't. It just comes in handy when you need it. For my birthday, he took a picture of him in front of a car. And here, this is your birthday present. And he intends to give me a Mercedes when he comes home. So, and then he's standing there, and I one look at him in that suit and that smirky little smile he has. I melted all over the place. Unfortunately, at the moment, Tom is stuck in South Africa. He's had a string of bad luck. Over the years, he's been robbed of $10,000. He has lived on the street. He got malaria from bed bugs, slept in his car. He had no food to eat because I could never live with bed bugs. I'm trying to help Tom come home. I don't believe Tom is scamming me because if somebody was scamming me, why would they call you 4 or 5 times a day? I feel that Tom is real. One day he's going to come riding up in a white carriage with horses and we're going to go away together.
It's good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
So you've not had a lot of dialogue with these two for a while, right?
Correct.
How do you feel about seeing them today?
It's very difficult to see them. They changed a lot in the years. I miss my kids.
Uh-huh. And why do you think they are taking the positions they're taking with you? Do you think they're just trying to be obstinate, or do you think they're concerned?
They're concerned. Okay. My kids worry about me. They always have.
So they intend well, you just disagree with them.
I don't like being judged because I'm their mother. I should know what's good for me.
And how long have you been in this relationship?
It's going on 4 years.
He's a multimillionaire as far as you know, right?
Yes.
Okay, now, if he's a multimillionaire, people go in and out of South Africa every day. If he's got millions of dollars and he wants to leave, he could leave, right? And if he didn't want to leave, he could fly you down there to see him. He's got millions of dollars. I mean, you can get a ticket down there for $800.
First of all,
I checked.
I know. First of all, he flies in is a businessman in a private plane. He doesn't go normal flying. Second of all, he can't reach his money. It's locked up in the courts.
I've talked to the authorities in South Africa, and they have no authority to restrict someone's funds for any reason for 4 years.
The problem is, Dr. Phil, is that he needs his papers to leave. They've taken his papers to get him out of the country, his IDs, everything that he has to get out of the country.
Who took them?
This doctor where he stayed at when he got robbed.
You've been frustrated that he hasn't appeared, right?
I'm very frustrated.
He's given you reasons or excuses, depending on what you want to believe. He says that he works in South Africa, that he's missing documents. He doesn't have any social media. He's a very private person.
Mm-hmm.
He's been sick 2 times with malaria that he got from bed bugs.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in a hospital, and he can't get his inheritance.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got debts that he has to pay there in order to get his money. He's got to pay some smaller debts to get his bigger money.
Mm-hmm.
And does it make common sense that somebody that's competent enough to have amassed a multi-million-dollar fortune cannot work out logistics in 4 years?
I agree with you.
You've had $800. Why haven't you flown down there to see him?
You never asked me to come down there. Never.
Well, isn't that odd? I mean, when you think about it.
Yeah, I'm sure it is odd, and I wish I could give you a better answer. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to make sense out of nonsense, though. Now, Renee says her boyfriend, Thomas Hughs, is the most romantic man she's ever met, even more so than her husband. But he wasn't happy when he first heard she was coming to meet me. I'm curious as to why, and I'm going to ask her that after the break.
43. Roll 43, dissolve it in track.
You there? He wanted to know if you wanted to be involved in the situation.
And later, are you open-minded about this?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's possible he's not real. We researched Thomas Nunez Hughs. It led us to 20 websites.
We're going to lead right to the phone call, okay?
Tom found out I was coming on Dr. Phil. Right away, he thought it was a scam.
He begged my mom not to go. He kept calling and calling.
He called me a bitch. He called me a witch. He called me a slut.
Tom kept telling my mom that Dr. Phil is a scammer. You know, he's gonna take all your money.
Tom feels betrayed because I'm in Los Angeles and he's still there in South Africa.
I was really concerned that my mom would not come to the show. Surprisingly, she's here.
Well, we've been talking with Marcy and Todd about their mother, Renee, who has had a 3 to 4 year online relationship with a man, Tom, but she's never actually met him in person. And the biggest problem of all is Renee's family says that she has gone broke giving Tom all of her money. Now, during her field shoot, Renee gave Tom a call. Let's take a look.
You there? They put makeup on me. Now I really look beautiful. I just texted a photo of myself to Tom. I said, I look good enough to eat. And he says, I will eat you up right now. We have names for certain parts of your body, right? Pierre wants to eat. I swear to God. He wanted to know if you wanted to be involved in the situation. Tom doesn't want to be known out in the open like this, and he's very proud. So you don't want to be called or anything like that, right? I didn't want to push him to talk to Dr. Phil because I didn't want to have an argument in front of people, first of all. And second of all, it's deceiving him. I don't want to deceive him. I don't want to hurt him in any way, and he might get hurt with this.
he told you to watch out for me because I'm a scammer.
I've seen things about people scamming as Dr. Phil.
Yeah. Have I asked you for any money or anything since you've been here?
No.
Yeah, you're not gone yet, though. What did you think when he told you that you needed to keep an eye on me for scamming you?
I told him I said he's crazy.
Yeah.
This is Dr. Phil. He asked my husband when I left, how did she leave? And my husband said, in a limo she left. Oh, he called me up and said, I'm so sorry. I thought it was a scam. I'm so sorry.
Oh, he didn't think it was really me.
No.
Well, you do have conversations with him, and he's pretty romantic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here are some of the text message exchanges between the two of you. Tom, okay, my princess, I cherish you so badly, Mrs. Lancelot. I love you mostest, my soulmate. Be positive, it's me and you against the world, baby. No one can stop us shine. God drew us together for a reason. Everybody will know the reason this month. You responded, I just want you to know that I got loans out, hopefully my winnings. It's a plan. Tom says, okay, baby, all I know is that $5,000 isn't deposited. Lawyer will take my papers till next 2 months, March.
I didn't put the whole $5,000 out down. His lawyer came up with money, and an acquaintance of his lawyer and his wife, and I only put a couple thousand down.
So he got the $5 grand?
That time, yes.
Where is he?
That's the problem. He gave the money. It was sent over by Bitcoins. The doctor won't let him out now. He won't let him leave.
Renee says she plans to bring her boyfriend, Thomas Hughs, with her to her daughter's wedding next month. Well, we're going to find out what Renee's husband has to say about all that next.
Music, go undissolved. You've got program and 4 in the mini.
My stepdad, Harold, knows what's going on because my mom talks about it right to his face.
My stepfather, Harold, knows this is a scam, but I guess in some parts he might hope it's real.
We're going to quickly add the husband.
Come on.
And then start doing the reveal. So
Roll 41 track.
My husband, Harold, and I have been married for 35 years. Harold's my partner in crime.
My stepdad, Harold, knows what's going on because my mom talks about it right to his face.
Father Harold knows this is a scam, but I guess in some parts he might hope it's real.
Thomas even promised my stepdad a new truck and that he would give him $500,000 or $1 million. When it comes to my mom and my stepdad, Harold, it's like talking to 2 boxes of rocks.
Now, Renee's husband, Harold, sent my producing team this video with some strong points of view.
Yeah, hello, Dr. Phil. This is Harold. You're going to have my wife, Renee, on your show here in the next few days, and I want to wish you all a good lot of luck. She's having a lot of problems with her kids. Her daughter thinks she's better than everybody else in the family, and her son's just bullheaded. But she also has a boyfriend she's been with for over 3 years now, and she's getting ready to leave me and go with him. And I'm going to wish him well. We've had 35 years of marriage, and everything just doesn't go too good with us anymore. So I hope that she can get along and have a blessed time. Thank you, and you all have a good day.
Well, Renee's husband, Harold, is going to join us now by Polycom. He says he has also spoken to Renee's online boyfriend, Tom, and even sent him money. So, Harold, how are you, sir?
I'm here waiting for you.
Well, good. So, Harold, you believe that this gentleman is the real deal?
I really do not know whether he's a real deal or where he is. I've gotten myself so confused with this situation. She keeps thinking he is, and for her sake, I just like to see her just be happy and be gone, and just let me be myself.
Now, you've actually talked to him, correct?
He's got a broken English, and I could hardly understand him.
But he's from Tennessee, right?
Yeah, but he's got a very He's got broken English, and I can't figure out what nationality it would be.
Well, Tennessee.
No. He was raised in the UK.
But lives in California now.
It's very difficult.
Dr. Phil, I love my mom, and I can't get through to her, and she always thinks I'm against her, and I'm trying to put her down. And I'm trying to have a relationship with my mom. She's got, grandchildren she doesn't even talk to. No text message, happy birthday. Her granddaughter just graduated from college in May. He didn't even get a congratulations from her. I mean, there is so much hurt well before Tom. And Tom is just the icing on the cake. And I've tried to talk to her. I've asked her to listen to me. And I get called nasty names. And I just love her. I have nothing but goodness for her. Why would I want to put my mom down? I don't agree with a lot of things she does, but she can do whatever she wants. I don't want your money. I don't need your money.
Take your money and spend it on you. You seem to think we want your money. We don't.
All your years of hard work, all your years of hard work, Mom. You worked 2 jobs. Your money you got from your settlement, everything you've worked for to retire and travel and do things you wanted to do, all your dreams you told me about, are gone because you've given it to this guy Tom, and you just don't want to listen to me.
We researched Thomas Nunez Hughs. This picture has appeared under 60 names, and Thomas Nunez Hughs makes 61. Are you open-minded about this? I mean, it's possible he's not real.
I realize
That's just possible. I'm not saying it's true. It's just possible. And, you're a mortgage banker. You understand that you look at data.
Yes.
Let me tell you what we looked at. We researched Thomas Nunez Hughs. It led us to 20 websites, scabwarners.com and fakescam.com, romancescam.com, sugardaddyforme.com, Twitter. And so what I'm saying is what people have done is they've taken this name and this picture to try to reel people in. Now, there are some names linked to the photo that you've seen that you believe to be Thomas Nunez Hughs. But that very same picture is associated with every one of these names.
Really?
Josh Williams, Andy Cole, Kevin Dwayne, Smith, Nelson, Kenneth, Williams, Calvo, Jeff, Dare Daniels, Craig Sloan, Harry Kingston, Glenn Grant, Rex Myers, Ron Eisen, Kevin Markland, William S., Maxwell C. This picture right here has appeared under all of those names. There are 60 names, and Thomas Nunez Hughs makes 61. Now, there's a photo of this cheesy Hughs, because he says he has a daughter, right? And she supposedly is going to school in Knoxville, Tennessee, right? That's the daughter he had with Sandra Hughs.
Yes.
That her date of birth was 12/25/01. She's born on Christmas Day of 01. She's 18, student at a private school in Knoxville, Tennessee. She lives with a paraplegic husband named Betsy. Okay, there's another show that we produce. It's Daily Mail TV, and dailymail.com is one of the biggest websites in the English-speaking world. And we actually found that picture on dailymail.com. And there are fears of a missing girl, 14, who is believed to have run off with a boy she met on Snapchat. This is the picture that you got, right? This is what you were given by your Tom. Now, the picture was actually this missing teenage girl. Now, she's been found since then, luckily, and is safe home with her family. And we spoke to her mother in the UK, and everything is good, but she doesn't know any Thomas Hughs. She doesn't go to school in Knoxville, Tennessee, and her name is not Cheesy. This is a different young girl that someone just took her picture out of the media and said, "This is my daughter."
Unbelievable.
Okay. Now, Tom gave Renee his home address in Northern California. So I sent one of my staff to find out exactly who lives there, what's going on. We're going to find out the answer to that when we come back.
Music, go on dissolve. 43. Roll 43, dissolve it in chat.
I'm here in Fremont, California. Renee says her boyfriend, Tom Hughs, lives in this neighborhood.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
I was wondering if you ever met this man. His name is Thomas Hughs.
3, 2, 1, effects.
Copy.
Ready, 41.
My boyfriend Tom can be the sweetest person in the world. About 2 weeks ago, Tom did something very sweet. His lawyer sent 2 giant pizzas with everything on it at a place where my husband could pick it up. Harold drove about 30 miles to pick up the pizzas, but Harold did not eat it. I ate it. And the dogs. He wanted me to have a pizza. He knows I love that pizza. And to me, that was more than a diamond ring. I'm not saying I'm not going to take a diamond ring. I am.
Well, they cost more than a diamond ring when you figure out everything that's been sent to this individual. Now, Renee explained to our producers that her boyfriend Tom had been living in Fremont, California before traveling to London and then on to South Africa for his automobile exporting business. Tom, sadly, is now stuck in South Africa. We sent a staffer to the exact neighborhood in Northern California where Tom says he owns a home. He was kind enough to provide her with the address. Let's see what the investigation uncovered.
I'm here in Fremont, California. Renee says her boyfriend, Tom Hughs, lives in this neighborhood. Tom gave Renee an address, and I'm gonna go to that house, knock on that door, and see what I can find. The house is nowhere to be found. In fact, the address that Renee gave us doesn't even exist.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
I was wondering if you ever met this man. His name is Thomas Hughs.
No, I've never met this guy.
You've never met this guy before in your life? The reason I ask is because we have a guest named Renee on the show.
Okay.
She claims her boyfriend lives in between those 2 houses right there. As far as I can tell, the house doesn't exist.
Okay.
And she sent over $30,000 to him via Bitcoin. So you've never seen this man before in your life?
No, I know both of those houses and the owners of them. I've never met that guy.
You've never met that guy?
No.
You've never met his daughter? He has a daughter named Cheesy Hughs as well?
Nope. The only kids, they're grown, and then they have 2 little kids. They're African-American family that we're friends with, and we don't know that family.
Well, since I'm not having any luck here, I'm going to head down to the local post office and see if anyone there has heard of Tom Hughs. Dr. Phil, after spending all day in Fremont, California, it's safe to say that Tom, or Thomas Hughs, does not live in this town.
There was no home at that address. It wasn't like there's a home there, but he doesn't live there. There's no home there.
I searched it too.
Yeah, and this address, there's only a tree.
Mom, you said you researched the address. What did you find out?
We did a satellite on the place. Harold and I both did. We couldn't find the house.
I wonder why.
I'm a believer in people. I guess I must be old-fashioned because I really believed he was real.
There is no Thomas Nunez Hughs or Tom Nunez Hughs or Thomas Hughs or Tom Hughs in California or the U.S. that was born on 9/15/60. The home address in Fremont does not exist. He also said he owned a condo in Tennessee. There's not a human being in Tennessee that owns a condo with that name. You said that his father was a farmer. There is no farm in Knoxville, Tennessee associated with Colin Hughs, which is supposedly his father's name. There is no Spring Hill Hospital in Grahamtown, South Africa, or anywhere in the entire country of South Africa. That hospital does not exist. There is no Cheesy Hughs in Tennessee or the entire U.S., but we found the girl that was in the picture. The investigator did some findings as well. He looked at the phone number. because you're talking to somebody, right? This phone number is owned by a company that provides free texting and call apps. That's what scammers use. And it can be used anywhere worldwide with an internet connection. So this person that you say you're talking to in South Africa, he could be in Nigeria, he could be in Bangor, Maine, he could be in Mexico City. You don't know. He found the images of Tom Nunez Hughs listed on several websites since 2010. Likely stolen and used in countless countries. The person in the photo appears to be a Lebanese male residing in either Lebanon or the Netherlands. Now, the reason we've blurred his face for the audience and the millions of people watching at home is because we don't want anybody to think he's in on this, because he's not. He's a victim. The man in that picture is a victim. He's had his identity stolen. He did send you some sweet emails, right? Or text messages. We did a search on this, and it is completely plagiarized. Everything you want is inside my heart. Everything you want is inside my heart. Come, have it. Come and have it. They just cut it, paste it, hit send, and sweep you off your feet.
You know, I thought of that myself, but I guess my heart didn't want to let go. Now I have to let go.
I understand. How did Renee, an intelligent married woman, fall for an online predator? I have some thoughts as to why when we come back.
Music.
Renee, listen, I take no pleasure in telling you this, because I know that this has been a great source of pleasure and peace for you. But if it's not real, and it's clearly not, then you need to know, right?
Right.
You want to know that. You need to stay off the internet. No, seriously. Seriously, because I know you've talked to this person, and I know across time you've talked to some other people. You really should not be pursuing internet relationships. If there's not somebody that you can talk to down at the corner coffee shop or the church or somewhere, if you don't look them in the eye, then you need to really restrict. And I don't know what's going on with you and Harold. That's a conversation for another day. But you need to unplug and stay off the internet at this point. Don't be looking for love on the internet.
Am I still disowned?
No.
Great. I want to thank all of my guests today. If you believe you've been a victim of an internet love scam, go to the FBI special website, ic3.gov. For more information about today's show, log on to drphil.com. Now, Arlene on Facebook messaged me to ask, do you and Robin ever have date nights? Well, of course we do. We have date nights all the time. Sometimes it's not real exciting. The other night, we spent the entire night puzzling up.
Yes.
Working a jigsaw puzzle, and then she trounced me in Scrabble. You don't want to play her in Scrabble. I promise you, you don't want to do that.
It was your idea, though.
Yeah, it was my idea. I volunteered to take a whooping, which is pretty good. But yes, we go out. We have favorite restaurants we go to and things that we do. The other night, we spent 2 hours listening to Ronnie Dunn's new album, Redone. If you haven't heard it, he's a great friend of ours. If you haven't heard it, you should listen to it. It is fabulous. Yes. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We'll see you next time.